became a big brother because I heard there was a need. It just really struck me, the idea that there are kids waiting around for someone to, care enough to spend some time with them. Just for me, it's unacceptable that that exists. The idea that there's a waiting list just is not okay with me.
The Big Brother Big Sister program, it doesn't really cost a lot. Mostly it's just your time, and you don't have to actually do anything that you wouldn't normally do. My little and I would cook together often. We went to the library. Other things that they do are get discounts on programs. We did a horseback riding program. We went to the Shadow Dairy Company, and I don't think we had to pay to get into there. They've just really done a phenomenal job of reaching out to the community and getting things to offer for the bigs and the littles to do together that's definitely affordable for anyone.
One of the reasons I became a big is because I wanted to be able to lead by example, and I don't want to ask somebody to do something that I'm unwilling to do. So as busy as I am, I wanted to do this to have the right to say to people, you should too. And one of the questions that I ask people often is, if not you, who? I mean, if you recognize that there's a problem and you recognize there's a need and you think to yourself, somebody should do something about that, then who do you think that somebody's going to be? And if it's not you, then who? And I think a lot of times we look at the world and we think, there's so much that needs to be done, there's such a mess, what could I do, what could I accomplish? And I think a lot of people, because they can't do everything, they choose to do nothing. And I would just say, just do what you can. Yeah, it was interesting to see his confidence when he meets somebody for the first time with just a firm handshake and looking somebody in the eye. And it's interesting, when I first would bring him home, he wasn't in the habit of acknowledging, other people who were there, including my wife, who I think he just referred to as that lady. Now it's neat to see him when he comes in, to say, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? And that response to actually ask somebody how they're doing, and it's been great just to see that confidence and social interaction. I don't know, it's just the greatest thing. A lot of times it's when I'm taking him home and I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I can just see that he's happy and he's had a great time, and we're talking, and I just know that he knows that I care about him, and I know that he cares about me, and that's a pretty awesome thing. The evidence that these children need mentors, big brothers and big sisters, the evidence is overwhelming and undeniable. And if somebody sees that need, how can we expect anyone else to do it if we won't do it ourselves? You make a commitment when you first sign up. You make a one-year commitment to be with your little. It is a little bit of a commitment, and so it's like, do we want to do this again for another year? And the conclusion we came to was, how do we not?
It's just kind of an extension of my everyday life. As a big sister, I've gotten as much out of it as my little has.
It's been a really positive experience. At the end of my life, am I going to remember the games that I watched, or am I going to remember spending time with my little?
If you are interested in learning more about Big Brothers Big Sisters, visit www.bbbsstjoe.org or call our office at 816-671-4090. Be sure to share this video with friends and family.